at disasterprepare.com, we try and offer unique products that you really can't find anywhere else. So I just want to walk you through a few of them that we offer on the website. The first is a Faraday cage tester, which I've done a number of videos on. It's a really cool little device that allows you to check the shielding effectiveness of your Faraday cages. Many people have told me that they thought their Faraday cages had great shielding until they actually tested it, and then they found out maybe that it didn't. They were able to make some improvements, and they felt much better about their safeguards after they had gone through the testing process. So this is a unique product that really you can only find on our website. We have two kinds of high saturation ferrites. One of them is designed to go around the wires that come in from your service feed from the utility company. These ferrites clip around the power wires, one ferrite per power wire. So you need 3 of them typically. And they help to reduce current transients that might come in on those power wires. Now, we're the only ones I know of that sell these high saturation ferrites. They're specially modified to allow much more current to flow through that wire before the ferrite actually saturates. So if you just used a normal ferrite that you buy off of some electronics retailer, what you'll find is after about 1 amp or 2 of current is flowing through the wire, the ferrite will stop working and it won't provide transient suppression. Whereas these offer much higher levels of current before you become saturated. We have a similar product for cars. These would go on the main power wires coming off of your battery, again to help reduce current transients from an EMP or from any other kind of transient event. We have brand new, we have a antenna surge suppressor. It's really it's an arrestor, like a lightning arrestor, but this one in particular is made by Polyphaser, and it's designed specifically for EMP protection of radio systems. So it would go in line on your antenna feed if you had a ham radio or something like that. And I did a whole video talking about how I selected this one and how it works, and how you use it as part of a multi-step approach to protecting ham radios. So I encourage you to check out that video. Next, we have 3 different trap products. Now these are unique to disasterprepare.com. We developed these. TRAP stands for Transient Reducing Auxiliary Plug. The auxiliary plug is just your cigarette lighter, and that was the original trap that we designed. It plugs into a vehicle's cigarette lighter or an inverter's or a generator cigarette lighter. Whatever product has a 12-volt auxiliary receptacle, this will plug into. And inside of it is a really high-speed, high-power transient suppression device that helps to suppress transients that might try and introduce themselves onto the power cables of that device. So in the case of a car, by plugging this in, you're putting transient suppression into the vehicle cabling, if you will. Now, when combined with other traps in a vehicle, it does a very good job of suppressing transients in a multi-point fashion, which is what we recommend. The second trap we call the Trap B. It's a battery module, and it's in a weatherproof enclosure. It's meant to go under the hood of the car and wire directly across the battery, all right? It has the same protection component as the original trap. The difference is it's in this waterproof package and it's designed to connect across the battery. It's part, again, of that multi-point protection. So the idea is you'd put a trap or 2 in the vehicle, in the cigarette lighter plugs, and you'd put one of these across the battery and maybe a couple of ferrites on the battery as well. And that would offer a multi-point protection for a vehicle against an EMP or some other transient event. All right, and then finally, the third trap we have is the newest product. This is called our Trap AC, and it's got the standard 3-prong plug to it. And it's designed to plug into generators, like portable generators that you might carry around, or inverters, inverter modules, anything that has a 3-prong plug, a portable unit like that, that you're trying to protect from transients from an EMP or other transient events. This does a great job. Again, it wires in a very high-speed, high-power transient device into the circuitry of that item you're trying to protect. Now, it has a higher voltage, of course, because this is a standard 120-volt plug than the other trap devices, but it has a very similar function and very similar design. All right, next we have an RF pouch where you put your cell phone into this pouch, and it will block all cell phone signals from both text as well as phone, and it prevents your phone from being tracked. All right, there's a lot of products that claim to do that. We show that on testing how this works. Many of these products have been sold, and lots of people have verified that it works just fine for preventing tracking. So it's a nice product if you're worried about somebody, cell phone company or otherwise, tracking your whereabouts. It can be done even with your phone off. So you can put your phone in this unit here. You don't have to switch to any different mode. You just put your phone in here and the phone will be disconnected from the towers. It will no longer be able to be pinged. It will no longer be able to be followed. All right, so it's a nice way to sort of know that your phone is no longer being able to be tracked. And then finally we have this Survivor Symbols card, which is an RFID protective card that goes into your wallet. It works remarkably well. I did a video on this and I'll show you how well it works if you watch that video. But one card going in your wallet prevents all of your credit cards in the wallet from being skimmed, whereas that's somebody goes by and steals essentially the credit card information. So it's really cool design. And I had it printed with these survivor symbols. They're all on the back and the front. And it shows how to use it on the right side here. And basically what these symbols are is it allows you a coded way of leaving messages for your loved ones. And they have everything from, you know, food and medicine and doctors and fuel, different symbols for different things. And maybe whether they're available or whether there's danger nearby. Lots of things you can leave little messages by combining them. So it's a really cool card. It works remarkably well. I think everybody should carry a card like that. I certainly carry one. And then this particular one has those neat symbols on it as well, which makes it extra useful. All right, so these are some of the unique products we offer at disasterpreparer.com. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments or just go to the website, disasterpreparer.com, and click on the Contact Us button at the top. I'll be glad to answer your questions.